Hey everyone, and welcome to the third and final stage of our year-long project, the store concept. So for today, I will discuss project stage 2, which is a summary on product trends seen on the bridal runways for fall 2018. Then I will describe a market trip that I will take for my store, as well as prepare a budget and an itinerary in a separately attached slideshow. And then lastly, I will discuss 5 product categories within my store, including dresses, sashes, shoes, and a couple others. And I will give an example of a vendor that I would use for each of those product classifications and a little bit more information about those vendors. Okay, so as for project stage 2, I had to do extensive research on certain trends that we'll be seeing on the runways for fall 2018. One of the biggest trends is going to be color, and I'm talking pinks, blushes, blues, baby blues, with accents of golds and silvers. This trend has been approaching the industry for a couple of years now. However, I do believe that the color trend is definitely at the rise of the product cycle stage, and I feel like girls are living for color in their bridal looks for their special day. A lot of girls want to be different, and this is a perfect way to do that. The second trend that we will be seeing are jackets. No, not rain jackets or a ski jacket, bridal jackets. They are making ivory leather jackets, super cool, as well as lace jackets and boleros, sheer little jacket shawl thingies, and even opaque fabrics for jackets that actually zip up. I think this trend is awesome. This is my personal favorite. This is just another great way for brides to customize their bridal look on their day, and not only on the day, but they can wear it multiple times after the day. A lot of designers actually mention that on their websites for this trend. The next trend that we will be seeing are bridal jumpsuits. I don't know how I feel about this, but I do think it is definitely appealing to the new brides that millennials are bringing to the industry. And I feel like girls that want to be different and want to stand out, this is exactly something that they will choose. Lastly, a trend that I love as well are oversized bows. In the front, in the back, on the side, you name it. They are all over dresses in every collection that I saw on the runways, and I think this is a really feminine touch to a dress that a lot of girls will like. Lastly, and obviously, lace is always going to be huge. Veils are always going to be worn. Sashes are always going to be worn. Those are still staple pieces of the bridal looks. It's just designers are putting their own touches to those aspects. So it's really cool to see that. Now, moving into the next part of this stage of the project is a market trip. So I decided to visit the National Bridal Market in Chicago, Illinois. I did a lot of research on this market, and I feel like it is the best choice for me because a lot of women online said that it's a one-stop shop. Everything you need to stock your store is in this market. And that was really nice to hear that they had a lot of feedback from people that attend the market, and they all had a great time, and it was everything they needed and more. So with that being said, the market is September 15th through the 19th. However, I would fly in a day before and then leave a day later. That way I'm not stressed out about airport, transportation, and I've got my time there to do what I need to do. Another great thing about this market is that it is one location, one floor. That makes everything I want and need to see easily accessible. As well as the itinerary, I do have a budget. So my airfare flying from Charlotte to Chicago is about $300, I think. And then the hotel is actually around $600 to $650. And I added some food budget in there as well. So for this trip, my total budget is about $1,200 to $1,300. Finally, I will discuss 5 product classifications and a vendor to represent each of those products. So for the product classifications, I chose bridal gowns, shoes, veils, capes, and sashes. For bridal gowns, the vendor that I chose is actually based out of London in the UK, and her name is Ricky Dalal, I think is how you pronounce it. She is a designer that I loved as soon as I saw her website. The gowns are very modern, they're very elegant, they're very sexy. She has several different collections that I feel would fit really well in my store concept, and as well as like a plethora of options that I could choose from as a retailer. I was able to get her address in London as well as an email and a phone number. So this international vendor is one that I would be very interested in when it comes to choosing wedding gowns to bring into my store. Second are shoes. So the vendor that I chose for shoes is Bagley Mitschka out of Huntington Beach, California. She's very popular in the United States. I feel like everyone's heard of her. I actually own one of her coats. She's awesome. Her shoes, on the other hand, are exceptional. She has gorgeous bridal shoes from stilettos to pumps to kitten heels to wedges, you name it. She's got every option that I would want to bring into my store that I feel like my brides would love. They're very elegant, they're very blingy, they're bedazzled, they're cute, and I really enjoyed going through her website, and I know I would have a lot of fun as a buyer choosing shoes from her collections. And I was also able to get her address in California as well as an email address and a phone number. The next product classification are sashes. So I was able to find a really cool vendor out of Los Angeles, California, Venus Bridals. She is an amazing designer, but her sashes really caught my eye. I feel like these sashes would go really well with the gowns that I chose from Ricky Dalal, and I went through her website and there was not one sash that I didn't like. There weren't a ton of sashes, but I liked all of them, so that really spoke volumes to me. Again, she is out of California, and I was able to retrieve an email address for her. Next, the product classification that I chose to find a vendor are capes. I love capes, and I found a vendor out of New York in the garment district that designs capes that are so elegant, so beautiful, and exactly what I was looking for. Again, she is located out of New York, and the name is Lotus Threads, and she is in the garment district. Lastly, I chose a vendor for veils, and I chose a vendor out of California by the name of Amelie Accessories. She strictly sticks to accessories, so I really liked this because I knew they would be exquisite, and they are. They match everything that I have been talking about in this presentation. They're elegant, they're beautiful, they're exactly what I would want in my store, so I was really fortunate to find this vendor. Again, I have the address, phone number, and email it. So as I draw stage 3 to an end, let me quickly close by summarizing exactly what I discussed in this presentation. So first, I gave you product trends for bridal fall 2018, including jackets, oversized bows, and colors. Next, I then described a trip that I would take to the National Bridal Market in Chicago, including a small itinerary and a budget of about $1,300. Then I ended by giving 5 product classifications and a vendor to represent each of those classifications, including an international vendor. Thank you so much for watching, and I really enjoyed this project.